In this video, we'll remember how we did long division in elementary school, and we will relate that to dividing polynomials in Algebra 2. So I want to start by doing a quick example here of, let's say, it's 7 divided by 3. So if you guys remember, we would divide first 7 divided by 3. 3 goes into 7 two times. And we would then multiply 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. And right after that, we would subtract. So our final answer, or remainder, I should say, is 1. So we can say that all these guys here have names, so let's remember those names very quickly. So this 7 is called the dividend. The number we are dividing by is called divisor. The actual answer is called the quotient. And here is what we have left over, which is called remainder. And our answer, we can give it in two different ways. We can say that our dividend over our divisor, or 7 divided by 3, equals our quotient plus the remainder, 1, over the divisor, which is 3. So if you were to do in the calculator, you will notice those two things are the same. But the other way that we could also write it down is like, okay, we can say that 7 is the same as, so our dividend equals our quotient, 2, times our divisor, 3, plus the remainder, 1. All right, so you'll see that happening here. So the process is very similar. I invite you to check for those similarities between those two. So first, we're going to divide. Please notice the polynomials are in standard form. So greatest exponent, from greatest exponent to least exponent, and in both. So 3, 2, 1, 0, and then the exponent here is 1, the exponent here is 0. So we divide the leading terms, first term right here divided by first term right there, and that's the answer, same as we did here. Then we multiplied x to the second power times x equals x to the third. X to the second power times 3 is 3 times x to the second power. So you see the answer here in red. And after that, you subtract, just like we did here before. So when you subtract, these two will simplify to 0, but then 5 minus 3x squared, this is minus because we are subtracting, equals 2x to the second power. So we are just bringing down what is left over, okay? So, and we will repeat the process from there on. So this is all you gotta remember, because again, from this point on, you are just repeating the same process. So you will divide the leading terms, 2x to the second power divided by x, and everything will be all over the same. So you are dividing the leading terms, like I said. The answer is now 2x, positive 2x, so that's why the plus. Then you multiplied 2x times x is 2x squared, 2x times 3 is 6x, and then you subtract. So after that, you bring down the 9, and you stop right there because the degree of this 9 right here, this constant, is 0, and the degree here is 1. So as soon as the degree of my answer here is less than the degree of the divisor, we'll stop. So now we are going to write down this in these two different ways. So dividend over divisor, you can write it in your notebook, please. So the polynomial that I had here, dividend over divisor, just like we did 7 divided by 3, equals the quotient, which is x squared plus 2x. Here the quotient was 2, plus the remainder divided by the divisor. Or we can say that the original dividend equals the quotient x squared plus 2x times the divisor plus the remainder. Okay? So in here we were lucky that we had all the terms, like the cubic term, the quadratic term, the linear term, and the constant. But what if we are missing some of those? You're going to see that on the next example. And it's actually something very simple. Here we got a term with degree 3, but we don't have a term with degrees 2 or degree 1. So we only have degree 3 and degree 0. So what we gotta do then is we gotta fill out with zeros the rest of those terms. So you'll see that in the solution here. So you're doing x to the 8, x to the third power plus 0, x to the second plus 0 times x. So I'm introducing those there because I didn't have those initially. And that is because I want to have all of them. So degree 3, degree 2, degree 1, and degree 0. That will help us to keep organized. Same thing I could do if I were missing some in the divisor, but this is not the case right now. Okay, but if you follow the same process, then you will get your answer in the two different ways that we can do it. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, please, is right now take notes, write down these two problems, and try to do those in your notebook, pause the video, and after you're done, after you tried, please check your answers. Okay, so please go ahead and stop the video and don't come back until you have answered the question. Very important to know if you understood and what problems you faced. So that'd be the first answer, and same thing with the second. So I will check the answer now, and you will compare it to the one that you got.